Hey, this is AJ. Welcome back. In today's video, I'm going to talk a little bit about reaching out for help when you need it. So today's one of those days where my phone's just blowing up. I don't know, everybody probably deals with this. Like, you'll have a couple days where there's nothing, and then all of a sudden 100 people are texting you in one day. So that's kind of what happened to me this morning. I think it stemmed from somebody tagging me in Nextdoor. It usually sets off like a chain reaction of people looking for stuff. But it brings me to the point of all these jobs that were coming in this morning. Some of them I have the time for and some of them I don't. As a part-time guy, I don't have the time. Like, somebody asked me for soundproofing a wall, building out an extension. I don't have the time for that kind of stuff. I have the skill for it, just not the time. So it's important to have people that you can refer work out to for a bunch of reasons. First of all, it makes you look credible. People are like, oh, he couldn't help me, but he got me in touch with somebody that was fantastic. So that's number one. Is it's an extension of your brand, an extension of your name. And then number two is the guys that you're feeding this work out to, if they're good guys, they're going to feed work back to you. You kind of let each other know what you like. Like the guy that I gave the drywall work to, he's fantastic at that. He loves that. And he knows that I like the smaller jobs. So, we reciprocate. We kind of go back and forth. But the biggest issue with that is finding people that you can trust, right? We've all been burned. Fortunately, I've only been burned once. By one guy. It was a pressure washer deck stainer in my neighborhood, and if you're watching, you still got time to make it right. But I sent him on a job, and he took money from a good client of mine, and then never showed up. So how do I avoid that in the future? Well, this guy wasn't socially validated. What I mean by that was he doesn't have a web presence. He doesn't have a million reviews. It's kind of word of mouth. I should have known better at the time. So that's kind of like step number one. Is if I refer anybody, I need to see some validation, some credibility, and length of time. It can't be a guy who's been doing it for 2 weeks. I prefer somebody that's been doing it for a while. And the second thing is I like to meet with all the guys that I refer out. So I got a local handyman, Paul, PJP Handyman. I've met with him. We've had breakfast, so I refer a lot of work to him. I got another guy named Ed who does a lot of special painting work, so I refer a lot of work out to him. He's got social cred, so does Paul at PJP. I got my buddy Jesse, who I just referred this morning, building up his credibility, so he's got great stats on Facebook and Nextdoor. And I met with all these guys. And then in addition to that, I have an electrician. Same thing, it took me a year to find a good electrician. And then a plumber. Luckily, I got a guy in the neighborhood here that does great work. He kind of went out on his own the same time I was starting things up. So we have a great relationship. He's the only plumber that I recommend now. And same thing, that reciprocating relationship just kind of goes back and forth. So if you're starting out in this business, start working to establish yourself with other guys in the trades, other guys or girls in the trade doing these types of things. If you're going to refer them out, get to know them. Don't get burnt like I got burnt by this one guy. And then just keep trading work back and forth, because you can't take it all on, and you look better in the client's eyes if you can refer it out to somebody else. Anyway, hopefully this helps, and stand by for the next video. Thanks. Thanks for watching my videos. If you like this kind of content, please go ahead and subscribe and like and share with your friends. I really appreciate it. Thank you.